Marcel Ferenzs Habil je druga generacija arhitekata u njegovoj porodici. Vodi studio Napur Architects i kada ga slušate, sve djeluje šaljivo i skromno. A njegovo ime stoji iza par objekata u Budimpešti koji su internacionalno prepoznati. Nacionalni atletski stadion i Dunav Arena su primjer kako treba pristupati sportskim kompleksima koji treba da nastave život i nakon velikih takmičenja. U sklopu Liget programa, kojim su organizovani konkursi za objekte kulture u srcu Budimpešte, uspjeli su projektovati i realizovati muzej etnografije. 2 puta je bio predstavnik Mađarske na Bijenalu u Veneciji i vjeran je starim arhitektonskim alatima, crtežu i maketi. Marcel Ferenzs Habil. Uživajte.
Hello, Marcel. How are you?
Hello, Marko. I'm just very happy to be here. This is my first time in Montenegro, and I'm just shocked how beautiful place in Montenegro and how warm the people in here. So I just enjoy my time in here.
Thank you so much. I saw online that you have kind of, you are kind of an architectural sketch fan. I can put it this way. I saw that also on your participation on Venice Biennale in 2010 with that team Borderline, when you had the opportunity to interview, you call it drawing interviews with Vasa Perović, Doša Dekleva, Tina Gregoržičev, etc. How do you remember today that experience?
You know, I'm just love doing sketches, and I'm always try to figure out what other famous architects thinking about making sketches, how important for them using this method, not just thinking in ideas by using just a head. What's happened when you think in inside your head and using your hand? Was the real connection? Because it's a very, very serious question. What's happened when we live in a fantasy and inside? It's very colorful, and when we try to draw it, it's just getting closer to the reality. So what's the connection between dreams and the reality? And the first step from the dreams to the reality, the drawing. So if you are a good drawer, to try to draw the so a little bit unreality, and you use a lot of reality, that comes fantastic architecture, I think. So our needs is very important, and our drawings is very important.
Also physical model, I would say.
Physical model.
Like a different kind of working physical model.
Very good question. The model is the next step. The model, when you use modeling your ideas, it just select the useless things. You just keep, which is really need. So if you make sketches and you use model together, it's very, very
good process.
Give a very serious answer about the problem.
Essential, yeah.
Yes, very essential and very artistic, and it helps you clean the way how you should think about the problems. So it helps a lot.
Yes. What about that Liget Budapest project? Why is that so important?
It's important for Hungary. There was a people named László Bán who figured out that what's happened if we make a big museum garden in the heart of the city. It's the biggest development in all around Europe right now, this project, and it contains 3 big buildings, ethnography, music of house, and the next phase, the National Gallery. So 3 of this building just very important to build, and together this function gives not just the Hungarian people, gives all around the tourists a fantastic place. Yes.
You are the architect for Museum of Ethnography in Budapest. Can you share that a little bit further. What was the main concept of that? We saw something on your lecture, but what was your first response to that specific location?
It's a very difficult location because it's the heart of the national and international heritage. So, and heart of the biggest park in the city, and it's just in the axis of the old city's roads. So, and nearby the site there is a Hero Square, the most famous place in Hungary, and it's a very sacred space. But in the middle of our site, where is the Museum of Ethnography sits, there is a revolution heroes place. So it's equal, serious space. So I had to avoid this place from architecture. So I really thinking about how I can put a building, not hurt that monuments, that national monuments, and how I can make something which is iconic, but you cannot feel that it's just too much space. So I decided to make a big banded cultural chalice, big banded green curve for everybody to celebrate the heroes, unnamed heroes, and celebrate a little bit everybody who can step into this curve space, celebrate themselves.
Yes, that's a really interactive space, that kind of a roof.
Just meet the young people, meet their boy and girls, just make a date there so they can eat there, just walk around there, hanging around there.
So it's a public space.
It's open.
All the time.
All the time. It's not depends on the museum opening. It's just opening public space, yes.
Almost every new museum, I think, that has that specific quality of open public space, not just about exhibition, or I don't know.
It's very important. It's very important. Yes, very important, and this is a new trend to how to make a museum some kind of special things to invite the people, because people don't want to just go directly to watch the artifacts in the museum. We have to somehow show something plus, and architecture and the museum artifacts together, it's a treasury together.
Yes, that mixture. What about your second exhibition at Venice Biennale in 2023? You call it the Residuum.
Residuum, yes.
Residuum, the frequency of architecture. Can you share that experience? That was kind of connection between that and Museum of Ethnography. Yeah?
We have connection with Borderline also, because I figured out we need something after Borderline, how the architect's drawing. But the next step, what is Residuum means? Residuum means in the middle between the imagination and the reality. What's happened? So the sketches and Residuum the same. Residuum is more a frequency, more a sound, more energy. So I was 40 when I'm full of sketching, but I'm over 50 and I'm not full of sketching right now. I just like to figure out what's the energy and the frequency connect with architecture, and that's why I called it's Residuum. How does it work? And that's just very exciting things to thinking about it. Let's thinking about it, guys.
Yes. You also have a lot of experience with that sports complex. You call it white elephants, not that your project, but maybe
no, I'm
the
not.
other one?
It's not my word.
Okay,
white elephant.
Yeah,
you know, it's a famous word.
You use it.
I use it.
I
use it.
Like white animals, white elephants, because there is always the same problem. We have some kind of huge structures for Olympic Games or any kind of sports manifestation. After that, there is something that you call a legacy mode, yeah, and simply the town, the city, the whole structure is too big for the city. and that is two different life of the same project.
I think a lot of architects thinking about this, how they solve this problem, the big mess, how it communicate with the surroundings. But if we try to open it, it helps a lot. And not just open visually, we need to use it. So we try to develop our ideas in a Duna Arena. It's a swimming space, it's indoor activity, so we had to close the spaces. But fortunately, as a stadium, as an open football or athletic stadium, it's a good opportunity to see what's happened if we put away for the part of the stands amount and change it for a public space. So that's happened in Hungary. The government was very clever to take a decision to let us make it. And next week, everybody just
Simply walk in.
start to use.
But it was quite, I think, about Dani Arena and also about Budapest National Athletics Center. It was quite challenging location for that kind of structures. That was not on your side. Yeah, that it was not helpful.
I think it's a very important space, both of them. The Arena is the north gate of sport and cultural point, and the athletic is a south gate of sport and athletic point. So I try to connect
Those two, yeah.
facilities with life, bicycle roads and walking paths, so the people has orientation from north
From one to the
to
other.
south. And I think it's a good strategy. The government picked the plots, and I realized that it's a very important connection to feel life, the bank of river. It's very important. Give lights and give full of life for the river, near the river.
Okay. Budapest is a kind of famous location, touristic location for the people of Montenegro. What is your recommendation when we are talking about contemporary architecture to see during our next visit to Budapest beside your work?
I think you should check Fujimoto's music house. So it's so detailed, fantastic architecture. So you should see it. You should see the Puskás Arena, the biggest arena. That's a very nice building, MVM Dome, the next sports facility. I hope you check the athletic stadium, of course. And we have a brand new tower, mall tower. It has a public crown in the top, and you can look around in Budapest. And finally, we just undergoing and almost finished the renovation of the Freedom statue in the top of the Gellért Hill. So you should look around and check. Budapest is it's just 15 years, just totally changed. We renovate lots of old building. So right now, I think all the tourists just enjoy to stay time in Budapest.
Thank you so much, Marcel. It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure, me. Thank you.
Thank you one more time.